If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit that little notification bell so you never miss an upload. What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in. We are going over this nickel triple formation, which we've been going over. This is in our Ravens defensive ebook, but we're also going to give you another play that works well with this, not from the nickel triple. It's from a different formation, which we will go over. It's more lockdown defense, and this nickel triple is more glitchy block shed blitz type of formation. You get a ton of block sheds, as you see here from the nickel triple. We're not even blitzing anybody extra. It's just the way this defense is built. You don't need to send a lot of people to get to the quarterback. And now we also play lockdown coverage with a little tricky way we make adjustments. Look at this. He's going for it on fourth down, and we stop him. We stop him. Now watch this. Watch this pick. It goes through my arms, and he picks it off. This leads to his first score. Now, you're going to have to make a custom playbook with the nickel triple and the other formation we're about to go over because they're not in the same playbooks. I made a custom playbook, but the nickel triple is in our Ravens defensive ebook, and these are his only two scores. Now we are in the new, not new, but the new defense we're about to talk about today. And look, he hits those corner routes, and watch what we do to stop him. But we do make one crucial mistake, but we'll go over that in a second. Look at this. We forced him to throw a pick because we knew what he likes to do. Look at the two high safeties. Look. We make this lockdown defense by putting the two high safeties in purple zones because we knew what he liked to do. So if your opponent likes to go to the corner routes, two high safeties, and we'll go over the defense. Two high safeties in purple zones. Put the purple zones back 20 yards. You put one of the middle linebackers in a deep blue because you don't want to get beat deep, just like what we do here. Look at this. He's trying to hit, I think he's trying to hit Odell Beckham, and our linebacker kept up with him and made the pick. So we're from the nickel wide 9. The Tampa 2 contain. This is lockdown defense when you make the adjustments we do. Now watch here. This is the crucial mistake I was talking about. If you notice here, he hits us over the top, but we have two linebackers in. We want to take out those two linebackers and put two safeties in, so that would never happen. Safeties, you get animations when you use the safeties at linebackers, and that will never happen. We put the two high safeties again in purple zones. The one middle linebacker that's a safety in a deep blue, and the other one you're going to use her maybe like short middle of the field. And this, and look, and because the defensive end are in contains, he can't really roll out. So it's 4th and 8. We're going to go over this in more detail, but it's 4th and 8. He goes back to Bass. He's got nobody open. So one of the three people that we have blitzing got him, sacked him. So stay tuned. We're going to go over a couple different adjustments for this nickel wide 9 formation. Stay tuned. Okay, here we are in the nickel wide 9. Now, before you pick the play, don't make the same mistake I did. Don't keep these linebackers in. I don't care how good they are. This Madden, this year, they do not get the animations. They don't jump high. So you want to put, even if it's your third string safeties in, they get the animations. And more than most likely, they're faster than any linebacker you have, for the most part. Now, also, another thing you need to do. Go to your coaching adjustments, which I didn't really go over too much in the video. You want to put your curl flats to 20. Nickel wide 9. So you guys know the nickel wide 9 is in a bunch of defensive playbooks. I mean, I think it's in most of them. I mean, it's in the Panthers, the Raiders, the Saints, the Seahawks, the Vikings, the Colts, the Cowboys, I think, have it. The Browns, the Bills, the Bengals, the 4-3 playbook, And I think nickel triple is only in 3 playbooks. I if I'm not mistaken, I know it's in the Ravens because it's in our ebook, and maybe the Bears and one other. So the nickel triple isn't in a lot of playbooks. That's why you need to make a custom defensive playbook to get both of these formations together, because together you could lock down your opponent with both of these formations. And the play we were doing is the Tampa 2 contain, because I like this because your opponent, if he has a fast quarterback and he likes to roll out, a lot of times, as you saw in the video, if you have a decent defensive end, he'll peel off when he's on the contain, and he'll sack the quarterback. Now I just want to show you, let's show you the slants play. Now, if your opponent was doing slants or corner routes, this is how I was defending it. I was putting those top 2 safeties, or high safeties, in purple zones in the curl flats, and then putting the middle linebacker in a deep blue, and then using the other one. Now they're both safeties, and every once in a while I would maybe put one of the guys on the defensive line on a QB spy. So if this tries to happen, they try to throw to those slants when they reach the other side of the field, that's going to be shut down. That's not going to be open anymore. Look, you have people there to make a play on the ball. So if you see your opponents going corner out or these slants that go opposite side of the field that are usually open for huge gains, these adjustments right here, and what you could do, something like this too, you could play hard flats when you play underneath coverage, then put those high safeties in curl flats, and then do your other adjustments. Look, even if they wait and do this, you have somebody there to make a play. So those corner routes, those long slant routes that end up going on the opposite sideline, it's shut down here. And if your opponent starts to see that, I mean, you could also do something like this, and you user the middle of the field with a spy, because look at this. So if you want to keep those 2 high safeties where they are on there in the deep blues, since this is a cover 2, the deep middle of the field is weak, put one of the linebackers on a deep blue, and then you could put these defensive backs, well, one's a linebacker, on curl flats. Just have a D. This is where I would use a D lineman, which I usually don't, and I'll use her like those underneath routes. And that's what I'm talking about if they're doing a different play other than those slants across the field. Like if your opponent is now trying to do something like this. Hold on. Something like 4 verticals. You have people there to make a play. If you don't put the high safeties just in curl flats, because there's so much to do. There's so much you could do out of this defense. So right now, what we went over, you press wire triangle down on the right stick to make those two outside cornerbacks play hard flat. Then use your quick adjustments, triangle twice. His icon is L1. Right on the left stick, and then triangle twice. His icon is X. Right on the left stick for curl flats, and then put this middle linebacker in a deep blue, and then user this one. And then you could also put one of the D linemen in a QB spy, which I would. This shuts down opposite field. Look at that. You guys right there. Even though he caught it, you had a guy right there to make a play. This is total lockdown defense. You could even do something like this, if you want to disguise what you're doing. So I blitzed all linebackers, baseline, show blitz. Then I'm going to clear shift, and then do the same thing. You see what I'm saying? So we're doing the same adjustments, making things look differently. So there's a ton of ways where you could disguise what you're doing. I mean, your opponent can read cover 2 here, but it don't matter with the adjustments that we're making. You'll be able to stop whatever he's doing. Now, to get both the nickel triple formation and this nickel wide 9, you have to make a custom playbook. Unfortunately, I don't think any defensive playbook has both of these formations. But the nickel triple, I'm telling you, it is the glitchiest defensive line play in Madden 21. By far. By far. You don't really have to really blitz anybody extra. And you get pressure with the nickel triple. And the nickel triple is in our Ravens defensive ebook, but I would make a custom defensive playbook, or I would make a custom defensive playbook to have the nickel triple and this nickel wide 9 in my playbooks. I would 100%. But do me a favor, like the video if this was helpful to you, and let me know in the comment section what you think. Thank you guys for watching. I'm JP Storm at GamingAuthority.com.